turkey at the table. I want
Thanks, Adam
so
Sandler. If that doesn't put you in the Thanksgiving mood, maybe thinking back to how old you were when you finally graduated from the kids' table to go to the adults' table will make you think back. I think I was about 27. Actually, I'm still waiting, depending on the family we're talking about. But we want to welcome Ginny Roush from Karr, Bick Kitchen and Bath, who's here today to give us some fresh ideas and some good tips on how to keep the adult table a little more adult and the kid table a little more kid-friendly. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How about you? Let's start with the grown-up table, which again, I'm still hoping to graduate to one day. And what strikes me when I take a step back and look at it is
that it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, fantastic, number one. Number two, there's a lot of nature going on here. There's a lot of things you could find in your own yard.
Well, the point of it is easy and kind of inexpensive. The pine cones are great. You can find them out in your yard. This came from me in desperation one year because I didn't have any place to put place cards, and I went, oh, they'll stick right in the pine cone.
That's why you are who you are.
Yeah, right.
I'm impressed.
And it's interesting, and people gravitate towards it, and it's something you can take home and do very easily.
I'm going to ask you a question about that, though. Because again, a lot of this stuff you could go out in the back and pick up. When you bring it inside, because we've dabbled with this a little bit before, do you clean them up at all first? Or because a lot of times they look okay, and you just chuck them on the table.
Well, most of the time I don't. I just blow it off and put it on the table.
All right. As long as I'm in the same boat with the professionals, I'm comfortable. Talk to me about what we've got going on centerpiece-wise.
Well, the other idea here is a lot of people do Thanksgiving because they have so many people now as a buffet.
Right. Yes.
And so a lot of times we want to not wash plates for 20 or 30 people.
That's very true.
So this way your table still looks interesting, but your plates can be in the kitchen and the buffet area. If you use the napkin sort of as a place setting, and just kind of make the contrast, it creates interest without your plate having to be there.
Right.
This is also burlap, which I'm a huge fan of burlap.
See that.
Yeah.
We were talking about that during the commercial break. That's cool.
Every season I think you can use burlap, and the great thing about it is it doesn't matter if people spill gravy. It's very inexpensive. I don't even sew it. I just cut it to the table and let it be loose on the ends.
And I love that you don't have the centerpieces that are so high that everybody has to do this number to have a conversation around the table.
Yeah, and again, that comes from experience.
Yeah, right.
I used to have these fabulous, gorgeous flowers in the center of the table, and I realized when people sat down, they moved them. And that kind of messed with my idea of how beautiful the table should be. So the idea is just to keep it low. You don't necessarily have to do flowers if you just do interesting things, candles, leaves. These are inexpensive. They come from the craft store, but you could probably pick them up from the outside also. And these are just different types of squash that you get at the grocery store. So when you're picking up your turkey, you can get your table decorations.
This is really beautiful. I am very impressed. Let's move over to the kids section. And the very first thing I noticed, without a doubt, are these so cool photographs turned into like a color book page, basically.
Yeah,
how did you do that?
Well, my mom actually found this online. She's got 2 grandkids now. These are all my children, or my child, Ellie. But
beautiful.
Basically, Crayola has a website, and you can upload your picture and turn it into a coloring page, and you can use it as your place setting. So each child can have their picture, and then with the place setting, you put out some crayons, and it gives them something to do. So that they're not bothering you while you're eating.
And therein lies the theme, right?
Yeah.
Keeping them happy where they are, keeping the adults happy where they are.
Yeah, and the other thing is these are plastic. My husband last night, I had him sitting out, and he moved him away from our 1-year-old, but then he put it back because he realized it was plastic.
Wait a minute, plastic.
But it just kind of makes him feel special. Thanksgiving dinner is a special event, and it just adds to that special feeling.
And there are themes that carry over from the adult table to the kids' table so that the kids still know this is something special going on.
Exactly. You might want to sit here instead of that table.
I usually want to sit at the kids' table. That's where the more enjoyable conversations are taking place. Jenny, thank you very much from Karr, Bick Kitchen and Bath. And by the way, you can give them a call anytime for some more great decorating ideas or a little kitchen and bath remodeling. The number is 314-645-6545. Jenny, thank you very much.
No problem.